Hi guys, Steph here. Now, what we've got for you here is another lovely pen. Now, before I tell you anything about this particular pen, can you guess what it is? Yes, I can hear you people saying, oh, it's a Parker Dufold. It may be a Lucky Curve. Parker Dufold Lucky Curve. It may be a Big Red. Well, no, it's not. What we actually have here is actually a lovely pen. This is what they call, well, the pen is actually an Altura self-filler. The model number on this particular one, as we'll show you in a moment, is the number 32. Now, personally, I've never actually heard of the company Altura. I do believe that they were actually a very old pen manufacturer. I think they may have actually made pencils as well. I believe, from what I've read, there's not a lot of information around, so if anyone wants to add a little bit of information, they can do. But I believe they may have actually made pens for other manufacturers, such as, I believe maybe they made pens for De La Rue. They also had some sort of an association, or I believe maybe Waterman may have actually bought the company out. So there's not a lot of information I actually know about this particular pen manufacturer. I believe they started making pens early 1900s. This particular one, again, although I don't know nothing about it, I believe is from around about maybe 1930s, maybe even a little bit earlier, 1920s. But I'm just going to have as a guess and say, you know, we're dating this pen around about the 1930s, because again, what I've actually read is that the Altura pen company ceased to be, well, they just ceased to be, if you like, in 1948. How true that is, I do not know. So, again, I'm dating the pen around about the 1930s. Now, yeah, as you can see, it comes in this beautiful hard rubber, in this red hard rubber. This pen came to me very recently. I bought a bunch of pens. This was in it. It was in a bit of a sorry state. I've just finished it yesterday. I finished restoring it, and it's actually come up actually, you know, beautiful, as you can see. As I say, it's the Altura number 32. The size of the pen from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel is approximately 117 millimeters capped. Around the barrel, it's approximately 12.5 millimeters in diameter. As you can see, we said it comes in this red hard rubber. It's got the black cap to the bottom of the barrel, which we'll show in a moment, and to the top there you can see it's got the black cap top to the top of the cap there. It has this quite a thick band to the bottom of the cap there. Now, if I actually just bring it close up for you, if I can find it over the camera, you'll see there on the cap band it actually reads 18 karat rolled gold, and it's in quite big lettering, as you can see there, which is a nice touch. So it's an 18 karat rolled gold band, and if we show you the clip to the top there, you can see it's got this quite a standard ball clip. There's no maker's sort of mark or badge to the top or anything like that. It's quite a standard clip, as you can see. As we said earlier, or if I did or not, I can't remember, this is the Altura self-filler, which is a button filler, which we'll show in a moment. The cap on this particular one unscrews, and if we show you the pen at different angles, it's come up absolutely beautiful. And one thing, well, although I've never heard of Altura, it sounds very exotic. It sounds as if it's maybe an Italian or something like that. It's actually a British made pen, and the quality of this particular pen, I've actually had the Dufold pens before, and this is just as good in sort of the quality of manufacturer than any Parker Dufold that I've actually had. So the quality of this pen, although it's maybe an unknown pen manufacturer, the quality is absolutely superb. Now, if we take you to the section to the top there, you can see it's got this quite sort of a small section to the top there, and it sort of comes out in this ring to the top near the nib there. If we show you the nib, now in this particular instance, this pen has actually got a Conway Stewart 14 karat gold nib. This particular one you can't see because it's inside the section, is actually the Conway Stewart No. 3 nib. And then if we turn it over, you can see the feed underneath is quite a standard, what they term as a comb feed. Okay, let's show you a sideways version there, but all in all, absolutely lovely. Now, as far as the nib's concerned, obviously I would say this nib has actually been replaced at some time. I would have thought these particular pens would have had what they term as a warranted nib, which basically doesn't have any sort of manufacturer's name on it. It's just, again, what they term as a warranted nib. So I would say that, well, obviously definitely this nib has actually been replaced at some time. As we said, it's what they term as a self filler, which means what we do, again, very similar to the do-fold pens, we unscrew the blind cap to the bottom there, and as you can see, it's got this brass button filler to the bottom of the barrel. Now, as with all my pens, what I tend to do is actually show you the pen, or we test the pen live, if you like. I've not tested it since I've done it, so we dip the nib into the ink, and I'll be quiet. I hope you could hear that. Again, as always, lots of sort of bubbling noises going on. Let's give it a wipe. Pop the ink to one side, and let's put the blind cap back on like so, and let's bring on our little pad. So let's see how it writes. Oh, we've got a little bit of ink on our finger there. So what we have is what they term as a Altura fountain pen, and this one is what they call a self filler. The particular model on this one is the number 32, and as we said before, it is made in England, so an English made pen. This one is actually writing very nicely. It's quite well, not quite, it is actually a smooth writer, and if I put a little bit of pressure on the downward stroke, you can see I'm getting quite a broad line. So there's actually some flex in the nib as well, so it's a nice, well, not a nice, it's actually a very nice writer, nice and smooth. So there's a writing sample, and as you can see, we're getting a very nice variation in the line as well. So on the cross strokes, we're getting quite a thin line, but on the downward stroke and a little bit of pressure, you can see there's actually a lovely variation in the writing of this particular pen. And I would have thought, because of the nib, it's obviously has some flexibility to it. So I'm going to leave it at that, because again, unfortunately, I don't have much more information. Actually, the only thing I've not actually shown you, I don't know how clear it's going to be on the camera, but what I'm going to do is try and give you little angles. It actually, the barrel imprint, although the word Altura is a little bit on the worn side, it actually reads Altura, and then underneath it's got self filler, and then underneath that it's got made in England, and then to the very bottom there, which I'm hoping you can actually see, it's got the number 32. So again, this is the Altura self-filler number 32. So I'm hoping you can actually see the imprint there. As I say, still quite legible, although the word Altura is a little bit on the worn side. So there we have it, the Altura self-filler number 32 in this red hard rubber with black cap top and black blind cap with gold fill, or should I say roll gold trim, in absolutely beautiful condition, and again a very nice well made pen. Although it may be a little bit of a underrated pen manufacturer, I don't know, but in my opinion a very, very nice quality made fountain pen. Up there with the Parker Dufolds, no problem at all. An absolutely beautiful pen. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen. As always, I don't need to tell you, as much as I love showing them to you, don't forget, down there, leave a comment. Or you may know a little bit about this particular manufacturer, leave a comment down there. There we go. Don't forget to subscribe. But for now, I'll just say bye-bye now.